Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL, women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. In this video/podcast, I'll be discussing the Champions League first leg qualification match between VfL Wolfsburg and Paris FC. Wolfsburg are coming off of a regular season win against FC Nuremberg, while Paris FC are also coming off of a regular season win as well. I'm a bit nervous when it comes to this match because Paris FC is the same team who knocked Arsenal out of the Champions League. I remember that being a big shock to everyone because no one expected it. Everyone was expecting Arsenal to win and move on to the next round of qualification, but Paris FC surprised a lot of Arsenal and women's soccer fans. The match went all the way to a penalty shootout where Paris FC ultimately won. So this is not a team Wolfsburg should underestimate at all. When it comes to Wolfsburg, it's going to be interesting to see how they do in this first leg against Paris FC. Wolfsburg had already played 3 regular season games, but their last match against FC Nuremberg was somewhat underwhelming to say the least. Yes, Wolfsburg still came away with a win, but the lack of control and turnovers in the midfield is concerning, especially against a team like Paris FC, who will definitely punish Wolfsburg for any mistakes in the midfield and backline as well. If Wolfsburg wants to do well and create those chances for the attack, they have to have better control and stability in the midfield. At the same time, Wolfsburg has been dealing with some injuries. Earlier last week, Obi was experiencing some knee pain and was out for the match against Nuremberg. She did travel with the team to Paris, but it's still unknown if she'll be able to start. Svende Jonsdottir is still out with injury. Vivian Endemann was also dealing with an injury, but could be available for this match. It was also announced on Monday, October 9th, that Merle Fromm suffered a concussion in the team's final training session before leaving to Paris, and she did not travel with the team. That is a big blow for Wolfsburg, but the team still has Lisa Schmidt, Wolfsburg's newly signed backup goalkeeper. She played for Montpellier in Division 1 last season and had been with Montpellier for, I think, 4 years or 4 seasons. Because it's Division 1, she has played against Paris FC before, so it's going to be interesting to see how she does against them this time around. Hopefully that familiarity will kick in. That being said, I want to keep this short, so let's get into the lineup for this match. Right, so the lineup. 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. We have Lisa Schmitz in the goal. For defenders, Kathy Hendrick, Dominique Jensen, Joelle Wiedemeyer, and Felicia Rauch. In the midfield and attack, Lena Oberdorf, Lena Latvine, Vivian Endemann, Svenja Huth, Alexandra Popp, and Iwa Payor. Good lineup. Great to see Obi back in the starting 11. Hopefully her knee is doing all right and is up for the challenge. I saw a picture of Obi training yesterday, and the woman's knee is being held together by tape at this point. Kind of like last season when Wolfsburg played PSG in the quarterfinals. Good to see Endemann starting as well. However, I'm a little surprised Brand isn't starting. I would have thought Brand would start either with Endemann or Huth or just all 3 together. Either way though, Brand, Endemann, and Huth are good driving forces in the Wolfsburg midfield and attack, and they do create many chances for the attack. When it comes to this first half, hopefully we'll see some good services from Endemann and Huth. That connection in the attack and in the box is going to be important for Wolfsburg in this match, along with that stability and control in the midfield. The backline needs to watch out for counterattacks, transitions, and through balls. Clearances and recoveries in the Wolfsburg box and in the midfield also need to be quick. On top of that, there needs to be good support in the defense. When it comes to Schmitz in this match, I'm interested to see how she does coming off her line and in 1v1 challenges. It's going to be an intense match. So let's get into the first half. Right, so the first half. This is going to be a different setup than how I normally do my videos. And that's because I couldn't watch this game until like the 30th minute. Yeah, I went to the Wolfsburg YouTube channel where they were showing the game, but I found out it was geo-blocked. I eventually did find a stream, but it was 30 minutes into the game, so I was kind of just getting like readjusted into the game. So the score line for this first half is 3-2. Enderman scored the first goal of this match, and then Paris FC scored right after. Then Paris FC scored their second goal, making it 2-1. Alex Pop was able to come back with a really nice header, making it 2-2. And then Paris FC scored their third goal, which I actually did get to see. It was an overhead pass to the Wolfsburg back line. The Paris FC player was able to get on that and make an attempt on goal. I thought Lisa Schmidt saw that all the way, but she couldn't make a save on that. But yeah, and then the first half ended, scoreline 3-2. So I didn't have to watch the whole game to know what went wrong or what's going on with Wolfsburg. And the problem is our defending. It's the backline and defense. Honestly, it's just like last season. Like, that was an area that I talked about so much on my channel when I was covering Wolfsburg. It's their backline and defending. And the thing is, I mentioned it this season, I think I talked about it last season, that you can score as many goals as you want. Wolfsburg can score as many goals as they want. Pop can score as many goals as she wants. But it's all for nothing if the team can't defend. If the back line can't defend, it's honestly all for nothing. You can have a really good lead, like 2-0, 3-0, but, you know, if your back line can't defend that or maintain that, again, it's all for nothing. And unfortunately, that's the case here. Wolfsburg does have strong midfield and attacking players, but what's going to do them in this season, much like last season, is going to be their backline and defense. Honestly, the backline needs to do better. There needs to be changes in the backline. There also needs to be better support in the defense. Going into the second half, I want to see better defending from Wolfsburg, because we're honestly not going to make it far in the Champions League or even in the Frauen Bundesliga regular season if we can't defend our goal. Yeah, that is something that Wolfsburg is needing to work on. It's very disappointing to see. It's very disappointing to see this because Wolfsburg does have very good attacking players, like very strong and capable attacking players. But the backline and defense, it needs to be better, especially if Wolfsburg wants to move forward in the Champions League this season. That being said, let's get into the second half. All right, so the second half, Wolfsburg draws 3-3. So I was actually able to watch the whole second half, and just from looking at the second half, it seemed a lot better than the first half. I don't really know because I wasn't able to watch the whole first half, but watching the second half, it seemed like Wolfsburg was doing a lot better. They had some control of the midfield, like there was some okay control and possession in the midfield, but I think it needed to be more stable. I kind of wanted to see more stability and control in the midfield. The attack seemed to be doing all right, but once again, I kind of wanted to see more from the attack in regards to creating chances and opportunities for the other attacking players. They were there, like they were creating them, but I wanted to see more. And I think that's kind of the theme that I wanted to talk about in this video or when it comes to this game, is that I just want to see more from the midfield and more from the attack. As for the defense, they seem to be doing somewhat better, but there was some control in the midfield, so they weren't really under, well, they were under pressure, but it probably wasn't as bad as the first half. They seem to be doing an okay job, but in general, when it comes to the defense, that is still a big area of concern for Wolfsburg. They really need to work on that because, honestly, they're not going to go far in the Champions League if they can't defend. I have no idea how we managed to do it last season, especially when the defense was bad. But yeah, that is something that this team is needing to work on. I would say the match itself wasn't bad. It was definitely exciting and thrilling. It kind of reminded me of the match against Eintracht Frankfurt, where it seemed like Frankfurt had the most control in the first half and were, really challenging Wolfsburg. But then in the second half, Wolfsburg was able to come back, get back in control, and attack. So this match against Paris FC, it kind of reminded me of the match against Eintracht Frankfurt. So I think the good thing about Wolfsburg in this match is they were very tenacious. They didn't give up, and they were pressing and creating chances in the attack. That's good to see, but I kind of want to see that same urgency in the first half. Like, I want to see Wolfsburg be more aggressive early on in the first half. They kind of were, especially when it came to Endemann scoring that early goal. But I want to see them maintain that level of aggression in the first half and, just attack, be ruthless. I think that's one of the things that I want to see more from Wolfsburg's midfield and attack is just more ruthlessness. And yeah, it wasn't a bad game. It's just I would have liked to see, that's probably my only criticism, is that I would have liked to see more from the midfield and attack. But overall, 3-3 in the first leg. I do know when we meet Paris FC again, it is going to be a very intense match. This in the second leg, I mean. And once again, hopefully Wolfsburg will be able to get their defending squared away, because that is the one thing that's going to hurt this team badly is their defending and back line. But yeah, I don't know what to expect in the next game. I didn't know what to expect in this match, but it's gonna be interesting. Anyway, this was a different setup than how I normally do my videos. But I'll go back to the old how I originally do my videos next time. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.